Vous pouvez poser question maintenant? Seulement les nouveaux, hein? Les nouveaux personnes. Les autres, peut pas. You know, the best is you meditate, huh? All of you. And we have connection inside. Every time you ask a question, if you really sincerely concentrate inside, the answer come right away. Before you finish your question, before you finish writing a letter, you got an answer already. Did anybody has this experience? Yoma? You see? I don't tell you a lie. I tell you everything is true. Except you always make trouble for yourself. Or you doubt the master. Oh, she looks so beautiful. Maybe just a model, but not a master. I tell you, there's no difference between a model and a master. Both are master. Except one knows and the other one does not know yet. Maybe tomorrow, or maybe next minute she knows or he knows. It's the same thing. It's the same thing for both of us, that we both have the same treasure. Huh? And whether I know it or you don't know, we both the same richness. You know what I mean? So the quicker you know, the better. Yeah? Instead of praising everybody else's millionaire, you better know your treasure, and then you can live comfortably. It's better that we speak one language inside. That's why in our group, in our, I would say, fellow practitioner group, we, even though we don't know each other before, right? We never did, right? But sometimes I give you 5 more minutes and that's it. Very rare, only recently I allow the journalists to come in the group. Oh, before what? I tell you what, I have enough with journalists up to here. The good one is okay. The bad one, we can kill. Good that we are not, we are vegetarian and don't kill people. Otherwise, we'll be in trouble. You know why we laugh in different sections or different languages? The translation comes sometimes in different, time. So now, what did I say? Yes, that's why sometimes we don't know each other before, The most important thing for you is not to look at me, to see what I'm doing, whether I'm good or bad, but to see yourself, whether you truly, sincerely want to know your power or not. If you do, you will know it. If you don't, doesn't matter how good I am, even if I'm God, doesn't matter. You may sit there if you want, but no more photo. If you're busy, you may go. Whatever you like, okay? Yeah. Otherwise, yes, it might distract the people and me. You know what I mean? The most important is you, not me. If I am God incarnated, even if I am God incarnated, I can't help you. If you're full of garbage, full of doubt, full of serious mental, complication. If you don't want to know how great you are, if you keep doubting me, that means you forget to try to realize how great you are, what kind of greatness you are, what kind of power you have. You know what I mean? As soon as you focus on anybody else, good or bad, you forgot yourself. You forgot to concentrate inside and find your home. And that's the problem with you, not with me. That's why Buddha has come, Jesus come, Mohammed come, Socrates, every great master has graced our earth. How many people enlightened in their lifetime? Less than we do now. Less than I have, disciples. They have less than I have. Why? Not because they are not good, not because they don't have power. It's the people themselves who were limited, who have the obstacle themselves, who obstructed themselves with their own mental garbage. You understand what I mean? So don't look at me. Don't tell me I'm good or bad. Don't criticize what I'm doing. Okay, I'm bad, but that's none of your business. Because your business is to find out how great you are. If you ever doubt me that I have the power to take you home or not, that you may have. But then find another master quickly before you die. You know what I mean? Quickly. It's none of my business whether you stay with me or not. If you believe me, you stay. If you don't, go find another master, similar one or better one, or whatever you like. But do it quickly before you die without enlightenment. Understand? Every master has different things. If they don't dress up nice, then they have cars, or they have wives, or they have children. Everybody has something for you to doubt. If you want to dig the garbage in their toilet, there's always something for you to dig it. If you really just put your nose in such toilet places, oh, you'll find our toilet. There's no problem, I assure you. But that is not the main point in the house. That's not the main focus of any master. You know what I mean? Every master has their own way to help people. The Buddha said there are 84,000 methods of helping sentient beings, including being their wives, being their officer, being the head of state, being the princess, being the beggar, being even the slaves for that person in order to help him or her or that family. And also being co-worker, being the same. Like whatever you do, I do, to help you, to be in the same idea with you, so later make you see the light. First, I must win your confidence, for example, right? Doing the same work with you, wearing the same dress, acting in the same way, perhaps. But all the way, I am different inside. You know what I mean? I know that. Even you don't know. My purpose is very clear. Even whatever I do with you, I am not with you in that sense. Therefore, that is one of the methods the Buddha used. You know what I mean? I tell you honestly, all the jewelry that I design doesn't interest me even 1 second, because I don't like them. I don't hate them, but I rather wear the false one. Why? Because it's lighter. It's not so heavy and it doesn't hurt me. And anyhow, but thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for all the unconditional help that you have rendered to me, especially the Chinese people. I must tell you, they are the best people in the world, for me. Because of their unconditional help, anonymously help, we have done many great things together in the past and up to now, even these fashion shows. Many of them put out everything just to come to help, and you never know their name even. They're behind the stage. They are the bodyguard, they are the guard bodies, and they are the, chauffeur, and they are the cleaning the stage, they are the ironing the dress and keep it nice and tidy for the model. They are the ones who take care of the jewelry for me, for example. The real one, the fake one, I just throw them anywhere. When I come back, I just like this, and then that's it, finished. And then whoever take care of them later is not my problem. Oh, give it back to me, please. I must look good now for the camera. Actually, I wanted to wear casual today, but because of some of the journalists came and requested that, take some photo. And they even requested me to go to some posh hotel and things like, very expensive one, so they have a good background. I say my background is different all the time, yes. And originally, they wanted me to rent a very posh hotel first. The other journalists, another paper, I don't know what paper, and they say I have to leave if they want to make a serial TV of me, including coming to my hotel and checking and what I work and where I sleep and all that. But first I must have a very best hotel, thing like that. I said, forget it, forget it. I don't go through all this trouble just to be famous. I live wherever my disciple rented. Whether it is good or it's bad, it's already arranged. I don't change nothing. It's good hotel, I stay. If it's a bad hotel, I stay too. No problem. So I miss one. So I missed one of the, major interview with the other journalists just because my hotel is not good enough for them to come. All right. But today another one come and wanted to take photo. So I said, okay. So I have to dress up and make myself look beautiful. I hope. So sometimes they like that, But for you, if you don't have to do anything, simple is good. Now, when you go to party, please be with people, be posh, be high class, dress up well. But when you go to group meditation, it's not necessary. For me, sometimes I go to group meditation, dress up, just because later I have to go see some important person, or before that, you know what I mean? For journalists, or anything. Or sometimes I think that person is important, you know what I mean? Or sometimes people introduce like important person, now tell me to dress up and all that. It doesn't matter, you know what I mean? I'm doing different job. But I'm not interested in anything. I tell you, most honest, because nothing interested me. After you practice a few days, you will see nothing interested you. How would even interest me? You know what I mean? Yes, you know that, huh? So there's no need to doubt me, question me why I do fashion show or not fashion show. This is nonsense. It's nothing at all. You have too much garbage when you think like that. Huh? It is no good for you. Fashion show is okay, why not? I make a lot of money, then I can help people. I can help you too. I buy meditation center, new one all the time. Where from the money? Yeah. Our business is good. Have potential. Yeah. Have customers already have. But before we have a show, we already have, business going on. Anyway, the show is just by the way. Many people want to see my dress, in the public and for the world to see. So I was convinced by them. I was persuaded by them. I'm easy to convince anyhow. I'm very pure and innocent. When people say, it's good, I say, oh yeah, let's do it. And later I say, oh no, never again. Oh, there's a lot of terrible work and headache. When you have to work with disciple, you have headache. When you work with non-disciple, you have more headache. Yeah. All the disciple want is to cling to me, help me, see me, you know what I mean? The closer the possible. And all the people outside, all they want is money. The farther from me, the better. Everybody want different things, but it's different thing. It's very troublesome. A disciple have doubt, have their conservative things. For example, even to make dress, to convince them that it's okay, it's already very troublesome. For example, those new dress I designed that I never wear, and probably I never will, unless when I want to camouflage, go outside like a normal girl, and nobody will notice. Then probably I wear that kind. Originally, this ordinary dress, like colorful thing, I designed it to go shopping in. Because before I used to wear cream, very ordinary, very simple. So lately I designed some because people wanted me to make a fashion show. A fashion show means for everybody, not for monks and nuns. I'm sorry about that, right? So I designed some new clothes which is suitable for the hard silk dress. And it was tight, you see that? Therefore I tell them to split one side a little bit higher. And they say, no. My disciple. And I pay them money, and not that I tell them to work for free. I say, oh, master, that would everything will show too much. Yeah. It takes me 3 days to 1 week to convince them what to do. You know what happened? I tell them, you just do it, and they don't do. They cut it up to here only. And the dress was like this. You know what I mean? If one side they cut up to there, I say, you want the people outside to have car accident or what? I say, I don't sell this dress to monks and nuns or the bishop or the Pope of Rome, huh? I sell this to the secretary, huh? Or to the ladies outside, huh? To the people who have to look chic. At the same time, they have to be capable of working and running with the boss and take dictation, running and taking dictation at the same time, and driving car for the boss, driving car to take their children to school, driving car for their husband, doing business. I don't sell it to the pop. So please split it up. Oh, you know. Because I have to try to convince them 3 days to 1 week, but they do it reluctantly, you know, 1 inch at a time. I said, people outside are not nuns and not monks. They're not like you sit all day long, meditate, nobody say anything. The people in the Europe, in America, in the Occident, they must work. They do everything. They drive car, they take care of the children, they take care of their husband business. They take care of the boss. They run on high heel and the tight dress just because they have to look chic. If they don't look chic, they don't have job. So please split it, higher. And then you know what? They overdid it. Every dress they split. Oh, and I have trouble. I have to sew them back again. Oh, they do everything. Just inspiration from God, perhaps. So you saw one of the dress very large, not large, but very loose. And then she split up to it. Did you see that? You see that? One of the dress with the collar here, it's not supposed to be like that. Even the very tight one, I tell them to split on the one side so that they can walk, they can drive car. One side enough. But the other one, and I overlooked that one. The other one I tell them to do, but that one, they split both sides. And so up to it. Oh my God, I just saw it on the stage, It's too late now to do anything because the tailors are not here. I can't not sew, and no machine, nothing. So that's that. You know what I mean? Why it's very difficult. And sometimes the dress, you remember some of the dress with the red or yellow here, right? Evening dress. Before, I said, never mind, here is transparent, right? And outside is velvet. No, they cover everything up. I said, the way they see everything. I said, what thing to see? I said, I don't tell you to wear it, because besides people wear underwear inside, What they show or not show is none of your business. But still, I have to compromise. I said, okay, then cover half. Something like that, It's very difficult to work with disciples. This is just one of those things. Just one of those things. Yeah, you're better than me all the time. You're more moral. You're more intelligent. You're wiser. You know about fashion better than I do. Everything. You must be better. Fine. I'm glad that you're better than me. But just do what I want because I'm the boss. I want to sell. Okay, this is just one of those things, yeah? But when they do help, they help too, of course, not everybody like that. And they really do like to help, yeah? But sometimes the mind, the preconceived ideas make them the way they are, and make headache, trouble, obstruction for me, and the loss of hundreds of thousands of dollars sometimes because of their unwilling to move my way. You know what I mean? I said, it doesn't matter what you think. I am your customer, right? I'm the boss in this area. I want to make it that way, so you make it for me. I pay for it. I make what I want, you get your money. For example, like this is fair, no? It's fair, no? All right? I don't say I'm a master, you must do what I want, but I'm the customer. I pay for what I get. So, it's very difficult. Every day, sometimes we're talking till 3, 4 o'clock in the morning until they really see my point. And finally, the last day, they nearly bow. They say, okay, master, you're really terrific. We understood now, but it takes a long time. These are one of those things, yes. And there are other things, more trouble is that, for example, this is the thing, immediate environment I can control. But sometimes outside, for example, if we go to London, for example, or New York, right? We need some people there who knows the people there, right? And who knows things so to help us to work in the outer environment. And sometimes sometimes the disciples, they say, okay, I do it. Because I know press people, I know important people, etc., etc. I can help you do the diplomatic work. And of course, I don't know that person. Go through the secretary, my secretary, or something like that. And then they say everything okay. Until the last minute, or nearly last minute, they say not okay, because that person start to think, Master, why she does fashion show? She's not supposed to do that. She should just sit and meditate 24 hours a day. And the money will come from the sky. And maybe the air ticket will grow from the earth. Anything like that will do. You know what I mean? She can't take the money from the disciples because she's a real master. She don't take money. But she can't earn money because she's a real master too. She can't earn money. So the money is supposed to come from God, I guess. Yes, all the money comes from God, but we need to be the instrument. You understand what I mean? Everything is arranged by God, but we must be a willing instrument, right? All the water came from the big source of a big water body, but we need the pipe, the good one, the not leaking one, in order to take water to the needed places. But most of the people are leaking pipe, or the bent pipe, or broken pipe altogether. So it's very difficult to work. And the last minute, nothing worked. No explaining good to the press, so the press misunderstood us. Even the charity organization who originally wanted us to do the fashion show and help them, later they want only the money, but nothing to do with us. You know what I mean? We can't print the names on anything like that. Normally we don't do that. But it needs a lot of explanation from our good people, right? From our disciple. You must be my eyes, my ears, my mouth, my representative. Not people willing to do that. You are in a position to do that and you don't do it. And you spoil everything. It costs a lot of money to make a fashion show. Hundreds of people involved. My air ticket, my hotel, everything I must pay for. And I haven't got made money yet. You know what I mean? Of course, God will help, but you are the one God deposed, you know, how say, put here to help me, to help him, to fulfill your promise, to take people back to the promised land. The money is very easy to make again. I'm never short of money, I can assure you. Doesn't matter how much you damage my work, how much you make me lose money, I will always make it again. I assure you that. How much money God give me, I will take it. Doesn't matter in which way. Sooner or later only. Just sometimes when too much loose together, it's a little bit kind of tight. But later I will always make it. I'm never in short of money. Because God entitled me to have so much money through different ways, through different talent, to do my work on earth. It's only a pity when you yourself don't help. You don't get the merit, not me. And the people who don't know us also feel, you know what I mean, they're lost in the sea of suffering. If you don't help me, nobody help them. That's all. You can't never really damage my work. Even if you finish all my money, finish anything at all my reputation, everything, I still don't lose nothing because I never wanted to gain anything in the beginning. You know what I mean? I will never hurt myself, or you never hurt me. It's just that you have not fulfilled your promise before the Father. How you say, before you came to this world to do the work, you have forgotten. You let the ego interfere. You let the people, the preconceived idea, make trouble for you, and lost a good opportunity for many decades. For example, I have not come back to England for 20 years, and I have never intended to come back to England, except for this fashion show. That is just an excuse to push me back here. You know what I mean? Because the people in England need that only for the beginning. But if you don't help me, you lost the opportunity for 20 years at least. I don't know how many 20 years I will come back to England again. So it's you who lose. And the people of England, perhaps. For example, I don't say England alone. French also. It's not only you, the disciple, who damage my work, the people outside too. For example, sometimes people call me Abu, right? So sometimes when I go out, people ask me, what's my name? I say, my name is Abu. Abu means great mother in China, in Chinese. Mother, just mommy, mommy. It's a very friendly way to call ama, mama, huh? Mommy, huh? But you know what? Abu something is one of the most wanted terrorists in the world. I just discovered. Oh, I'm so scared to read about it. Okay, good, first one. And now, the Supreme Master Qinghai that you call me, just now the Supreme Sect in Japan just gather the 5,000 people and over. Spoil all our image. Now everybody just say, oh, Supreme Master Qinghai, oh. They even don't want to have nothing to do with us, even the charity organization. You know what I mean? Everything I do, they have to make already stone and mountain in front already. Also last time when we went to Europe, the last time, before I came, there's already a sect in America. You know what I mean? The Wacko, huh? Just before I went on Europe tour and a world tour, they just had to make a mess like that and make world news. Everything so bad that people dare not come to see us even, because they worry that we're one of the sect. And now, just before I make fashion show, another sect again. This is Supreme. Yes, you know what I mean? I can't never win in this world. With you, with outside people, with the world, with the Maya, with everything. And you always expect me to be perfect, loving, smiling. And look at you. Ask yourself if you help me anything. Before you even doubt me, ask yourself whether you do anything for me. Or have I ever asked anything from you at all? You know what I mean? This is for you, for your sake that I tell you. Otherwise, I don't care. What else can I do? I can only help disaster victims, but I can't help when they kill each other. We just help the Kobe, you know, the disaster. And then just not long afterward, they bomb each other. You know, they gas each other, make each other sick for thousands. Yeah, killing themselves. And we just help the Midwest and the earthquake in California or the flood in California. And then now they bomb each other in Oklahoma. Every time like that, I just want to die. I don't want to do anything anymore for the world. And that is apart from your trouble, apart from the headache you gave me, and a part of the non-supportive energy that you always send my way. You, the one who meditates so little, the one who have no faith in your great self and your fortune to meet a living master. You have so much degrading yourself. You have so much little respect for yourself that you think you never have a fortune to meet the living master. That's why you doubt me. You understand what I mean? You don't doubt me, you doubt yourself, that you're so little, you're so sinful, so ugly, that you could never meet the truly living master. That's why you doubt me that I'm a witch. That's why you doubt me that you can only meet a witch, a bad person. You cannot meet a truly living master, a good one, a loving one, a compassionate one. It's you. You have no confidence, no faith in yourself. You understand what I mean? It's you. Look at yourself. If you think you deserve a living master, then you know me. If you don't, God can't help you. Buddha can't help you. You'll be transmigrate again and again and again, and it's nobody's fault. You got it? I have to tell you all this, so you have at least a little glimpse of what I have to work with every day in order to help you and anybody else who come for help. But make sure you really want my help. Make sure you want it. I can die for you, but make sure you want it. Make sure you really want to know your greatness. Make sure you really want to know God. Then I could die for you. But don't hang around Don't hang around. Take in the place, the precious place of everybody else who had to sit in the corridor in the cold for you, just because you want to sit here near me and criticize and spreading dust around in the environment and making everybody else regressing in their spiritual practice. You understand me? I tell you, I could die for you. And I meant it. This life of the physical body, doesn't matter how good it looked to you, means nothing to me, absolutely, if it comes to your liberation and your happiness. I swear to God, I would die for you anytime, if you truly need it. I'm more than dying for you every day. I tell you, the death of the body is no suffering. It is a mental anguish that you impose upon me. It is more than death. Do you understand that? I don't mean to complain to you. I must tell you the truth so that you wake up. Wake up now before it's too late. I'm anguished. I'm suffering because I know your trouble. I can't help. I want you to be happy, but you always make trouble for yourself and make me suffer for nothing. If you see any fault in my teaching at all, if I ever teach you anything bad, harmful to yourself and to mankind, leave me immediately. But don't have to hang around. I never bind anybody. I never say you must stay with me forever. Did I? So if you stay, make sure you know what you want. What you want. Because I know what I want. I only want to help you unconditionally. Whether you help me or not help me to help other people, it's your business. The more you help, the more your love expands, and the more higher level of your consciousness. That's all. It's good for you. Otherwise, you cannot damage me anything. Money I can always earn. Reputation, well, mine is already bad and good, up and down. It depends on who looks at me. Depends on whether that's a dog look at me or it's a cat look at me. Or is it a human being look at me? Or is it an angel who looks at me? Buddha looks at me. Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. That's good for spiritual. That's the same for spiritual understanding also. If you're beautiful inside, you see me beautiful. If you're high level, you know I'm high. If you're not, doesn't matter how much I advertise for myself, it's no good. I have my frustration, my disappointment too, because people always make trouble for me. The Maya, who works through you, who works through the people. People degraded me. People, all kind of misunderstanding, throw all dirt on me, even when I wanted to help them. But I can't explain to everybody. I can't go out and sell myself, say, look, I'm very good. Well, if you think I'm good, you must do it. Even if I want to go and sell myself to everybody, despite all the honor and forget all my dignity, I can do that, but I can't go to everyone and tell them. You are the one who must do it. If you believe it's good, you must say it. You must have the courage of a mighty soul to say what is truth, whether you die for it or you will live with it. If you are a coward, if you are a hesitating person, who can help you and who will help me? If you have helped me, we could have conquered the world in these 10 years. But never mind. Never mind. As long as you help yourself, that's all I want. Even if you don't help me, you must know what you want for me. Then I can give you accordingly. Only when you know what you want and ask for it, then I can give. Even a good thing, you can't force it on people. Huh? So I have obstacle everywhere. Not only from outside people, but from inside. Do you think the people who write the articles bad about me, or those so-called outside people who think bad about me, they are bad? No. They're just as half bad as you, some of you. Because even you don't write article to tell me that I'm bad. You don't say anything to anybody. But inside, you are bombarding me with your trouble, with your doubt, with your, I would say, degrading attitude and mental thinking. It's the same thing. It's even worse. Because now you have the connection with me. So everything you think, you do, affects me a great deal. Outside people, I can just shut it. I don't have to listen. Therefore, sometimes the people are very bad, but I don't even know. I keep telling, wow, they're so pure, they're beautiful. Until later, everybody report to me differently. I don't even know. I'm very innocent. Because I don't have to listen to all this garbage. If I don't want to, I can shut, lock it. But to you, I can't. I have promised you. I guard you day and night, inside. So I have always leave my telephone open. So whatever, good or bad, you send to me, I know it so well. You know what I mean? I can't shut my door to you because of my love, my promise. But don't do that all the time. You kill me. And when you finish with your repentance, I'm gone. You have your intellect, right? You have your judgment. Before you follow a master, you must know if that's worth it. Okay, maybe you made a mistake. You follow me. You think I'm not worth it. Then leave. Anytime. It's easy to leave. It's easy not to see a master than to see a master. Don't worry about that. Nobody miss you. And nobody ever telephone you or knock at your door and say you must come again. We don't do that kind of thing. That's why you have to swear in and say, I didn't break the precept before you come to group meditation, to make sure that the atmosphere is pure for the pure one, for the one who's serious, who want to improve themselves, to know God. You know what I mean? It's not fair. You can throw dust at home, but don't come there and throw dust at people. Right? It's very hard for them to struggle within themselves already, and to struggle with your atmosphere, neighbor, next door. It's just terrible for them. I don't mean you don't make mistake. I don't mean that you struggling and that. But you must be sincere, you know what I mean? Know your weakness. And try, say, please, it's my weakness, I know that, but I still want to know God. That is different than when you're deliberate, you know what I mean? When you think you're better than everybody else, including the master. You're more moral, more wise, more holy than me. Something holier than thou, thing like that. See what I mean? I don't know anymore. Who is better than me, who is not? Now I just live naturally. You know what I mean? I do what I have to do. I don't feel embarrassed to wear makeup. I don't feel bad to wear beautiful clothes. I feel nothing. I wear or not wear, it's just nothing to me. You know what I mean? Can you understand that? Can you understand that nothing means nothing to me anymore? Not that I'm going to kill you or do something bad, but I just don't have any more ideas about what is the model master and what is the, level and what's the prestige of a high, elevated soul, nothing like that. I don't know, I just have to do God's will. If I have to make up to do it for Him, I do it. If He tells me to do anything, I do it. I don't think that I sacrifice anything anymore. It's just very natural. Just like when you're a child, Do you remember when you were a child at all? Huh? You smear your face with mud. Did you feel embarrassed? Huh? You eat chocolate from here to there. Did you ever feel embarrassed? Did you? You play with a little doll, you know, as dear as your child. Did you ever feel embarrassed? No. You talk like a child, you know, you don't talk well in English or French. You feel embarrassed? No. Why? Because you are a child. Same. Same with me. I feel like I'm a child now. I don't even feel like I'm a child. It's just a comparison for you. I don't feel anything. I only feel the suffering of mankind and the will of God pushing me to elevate the suffering. That's all I feel in my heart, nothing more. So whatever extra garbage is yours, I can't be responsible. But the sooner you get rid of the garbage, the better for you. You're cleaner, you're more fragrant, you're more elevated, you feel more confident, more smooth in your life. That's all. But to some of you, really it takes kind of eternity. You went to Mary, huh? Instead of benefiting from the holy atmosphere there, you spread dust there. You doubted everybody. You doubted every rule that we have there, just to keep everything, you know, in order for everybody, because this is a group living. Everybody has work to do, have time to spend in meditation, time to work, etc., etc. And you went to, how to say, retreat. Instead of benefiting from thousands of Buddhas, like thousands of living Buddhas sit around you, you benefit nothing. You sit there, shut yourself in a garbage can and smell only the garbage. And blame everybody else for bringing garbage around you. Everybody's so light, see the Buddha, and everybody in retreat radiated with heavenly light, which cover millions of miles to heaven. You see nothing. You shut yourself in darkness and criticize even God. So, I suggest, with some of you like that, just leave. Don't bother yourself, waste your time and waste mine and everybody else's time and space. In the retreat, space is very precious. You know. We had thousands of people. 1 square inch like that. It costs a lot of fighting to get. Not really, we don't fight, but you know what I mean? You know, people sit in the cold, waiting for me hours to see me. Wow, you are privileged. Perhaps because you're a foreigner, perhaps because you're white, perhaps because you're black, you're different from the yellow. So we give you privilege, perhaps. But all you do is just spread dust on yourself and then to the environment. So make sure, don't do that again. You don't have the right. Just like you want to smoke, okay, you kill yourself, fine, but do it at home. You know, or do it in a smoke area. And don't just go to everywhere and poison children and women and old people in another area. You know what I mean? Because that's restricted. Similarly, Meoli, meditation center, retreat, are restricted for the sincere seeker only. Not for the yo-yo who sit there and watch everybody like a hawk and then spreading garbage around. Your own garbage you may keep with pleasure, but not to give it to people. Did you get what I mean? If the benefit of retreat cannot even reach you, you're hopeless. So just get lost. That's what I suggest. Even if you have vowed to be vegetarian, keep the 5 precepts, or be my disciple for eternity, I don't care. It's just outside talk. It's nothing benefit you because your heart is so hard, so closed, so full of garbage. Then you better just live with the garbage can, garbage area. You know what I mean? Don't try too hard. You make trouble for everybody. Oh, anyhow, perhaps it's just few of you like that, not all. Because I know many of you, or most of you are good. Most of you are okay. But in case you're in that case, you better check yourself. Don't not check me, huh? I know I'm perfectly well. I can take many oaths that you want. But this is not for you to, to print it on a newspaper or anything like that. You can see what I do. You don't have to believe what I say, right? You know what I mean? Yeah, you can see a person what he does, not what he says. That's the best. Perhaps I'm not good at convincing you, but maybe you can see what I do. Even an ordinary person would do that. You know what I mean? It's like people always keep doubting whether Jesus is a Buddha or not a Buddha. I say, if he's not a Buddha, he could not forgive the enemies, even at the most suffering time of his life. He was crucified and was hurt, physically painful, and he still forgive the people who caused him pain. Only a Buddha can do that. So there's no doubt. No need to ask him. Right? You see what people do, not what they say. That's why 2,000 years later, he is still very famous. Why? Because he's true. He's real. He's truthful to what he's teaching. And he truly was with God. It is the God quality in him that forgave people, that went through the sacrifice the way he did. So he's one with God, there's no doubt. Just one act is enough for you to judge his level. All right? And then don't have to tell me Buddha better or Jesus better or Jesus better, Buddha better. There's no need to say that. Even we are not worth to judge any of them. We can only revere and respect and hope that we could even be the dust from their feet. That's all. From all our garbage and our mental obstruction and our low level of thinking and our lowly act every day. Selfish, no sacrifice, no charity, no forgiveness. You know what I mean? Then we can tell that we're not worth even to be the dust from their feet. Never mind, this is like to criticize whether Jesus is better than Buddha or Buddha is higher than Jesus and all that kind of thing. Besides, we weren't there at Jesus' time. How do we know he was good or not good? So better shut up, right? Oh, anyhow, I reserve time for your question. Okay, as promised. All right? Thank you.